Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take the opportunity to welcome all of you to ESTEC 2009. I think the doors at the back are now closed and everybody should be coming through the first session.
Okay, so I'm at ESTEC 2009 with Jan Erik Nielson, who is the instigator and promoter and technical consultant to the European Solar Thermal Industry Federation, working on the Solar Keymark in Europe. Jan Erik, how did this all come about?
Yes, back in the 90s we have European standards established, and the reason for that was before that the situation was that each country had its own national standards, so the solar thermal manufacturers should go to each country and test according to the national standard. So, but finally in the 90s we had the European standards valid for all Europe. Still, you have to prove that you fulfill the standards, so on top of the standards we put this certification scheme, which is involving a third party to go and check if everything is going the right way. So they go to pick up the collector at the manufacturing spot and send it to the test lab, and they go every year to the factory and check the production line and the quality management system. This was then introduced in 2001, and the first Keymark came in 2001, and it slowly grows the first years. Beside that, we worked also on the authorities, the national authorities, to have them to accept that the Solar Keymark and the European standards should be the foundation for subsidy schemes and regulations in the countries.
So, just to be clear, is this for a collector or is this for systems, or how does this work?
It's for collectors and it's for factory-made systems, so it refers to two European standards, one for collectors and one for systems. And since then, especially for collectors, the success has been quite good. So from one Solar Keymark back in 2001, we have now almost 800 Keymarks in Europe.
And would you say it's generally accepted across Europe?
Yes, it is. I think 80 or 90% of all collectors in Europe show the Solar Keymark. And it's accepted in all subsidy schemes, more or less at least. Some countries have some add-ons. In Germany you should prove a certain performance. In Spain they require an ISO 9001 certificate of the production line.
And what do you think has been the benefit for the market and for the consumer?
The thing is that now the manufacturers can operate on one big market, showing the test results and the Keymark in all countries, and it's then accepted. So there's a lot of savings in testing costs and certification costs.
It's clearly been through a very large growth curve. What percentage of the market do you think we cover?
80 or 90% of the collectors.
That are sold on the market today?
Yes.
So clearly this Keymark has been successfully adopted by the European industry. Are there any plans to take this further?
Yes, we are now initiating cooperation with an international group, America, Australia, China, India and so on, to try to have a global certification, or at least to harmonize the international standards as far as possible. So there will be a meeting in the autumn, an ISO meeting, and we will discuss there to harmonize the standards and to try to make a certification scheme on top of the ISO standards. So my vision is that we will have a global Solar Keymark.
And this will be done through the ISO standards procedure?
It will be based on international standards. We will then try from European side to have the European standards copied more or less into the ISO standards, so the requirements and so will be the same, but it will be valid for the whole world.
And this will be standards at national level, but testing will be accepted at more global level.
So in principle it's the same, that you can test and certify anywhere and you can have the results recognized anywhere. Yeah.
Thank you very much.